Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob, and this is episode 106. Today, we're diving into something that often sneaks up on us when we're least expecting it. Something that reminds us we're not alone in the world. It's not a headline, it's not a grand achievement, it's a quiet moment. A shared glance, a gesture, a kindness so small it could easily be missed, and yet it changes everything. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know we talk a lot about love. Not the kind that's traded, measured, or earned, but unconditional love. The kind that just is, that radiates, that stays, that chooses us again and again, even when we've failed or fallen short. And while we often think of love as a heavy, sacred responsibility, and it is, today's episode is about the lightness that love brings too. The peace, the joy, the moment where something kind and unexpected breaks through your worry like sunshine through clouds. Maybe it's the stranger who holds the door with a smile that makes your day better. Maybe it's the friend who sends a random thinking of you message on a hard day. Maybe it's your child grabbing your hand without saying a word. It's these tiny sparks that charge the current of your day, that remind you you're not invisible, you're not forgotten. That's what I want to talk about today. The unexpected kindness that becomes a lifeline. Because sometimes, when the weight of the world feels too much to bear, all it takes is one thread, just one, to pull you back into connection. And more often than not, that thread is kindness. Gentle, simple, often anonymous, but incredibly powerful. If you've been practicing this journey, trying to live from a place of love, you may already know this. Love rarely shows up with fireworks and declarations. It shows up in listening, in patience, in someone remembering your favorite drink, in showing up when they didn't have to. And when you start giving that kind of love, something inside you begins to heal. You stop waiting for others to validate you. You stop needing to be needed. You start feeling whole, not because someone else said so, but because you're living in alignment with what's most true in you. And what's most true in you is love. It's always the most true. When we shift towards unconditional love as a daily posture, not just a feeling, we start to see how much we've been missing. We stop glossing over people. We start noticing, appreciating, and even the ordinary starts to feel holy. We often chase peace like it's something we'll finally arrive at when the chaos dies down. But peace isn't the absence of noise. It's the presence of love inside the noise. It's not when all the bills are paid or the diagnosis is clear or the conflict is over. Peace is found in choosing love even while those things remain unresolved. When you stop asking the world to make you feel safe and instead choose to be a healing presence wherever you are, that's when peace begins to rise. You walk into a room and you bring a calm with you. You enter a conversation and people feel heard. You respond to rudeness with grace, and the cycle of hostility breaks. Not because you won, but because you showed up rooted in something deeper. One of the most amazing things about this path is how little you realize the impact you are having. You think no one's noticing your effort, your gentleness, your love. But guess what? They are. Sometimes in quiet awe, sometimes in resistance, because your peace challenges their pain. But your presence plants seeds, and those seeds grow, even when you don't see the results right away. You may never see them in some cases. You're becoming someone that others can trust with their story, with their mess, with their dreams. And that, my friends, that's sacred ground. It truly is. We live in a world where people are exhausted, cynical, distrustful, tired of shouting and being shouted at. We've forgotten how to simply be kind. So if you're practicing unconditional love in your daily life, let me tell you something. Yes, you are revolutionary. You are defying the narrative that says love is weakness. You are quietly repairing the fabric of humanity. You are proof that the thread of compassion hasn't snapped. It's just waiting to be picked up again. And when you do, others follow. Not because you demanded it, but because you lived it. The most powerful love is not loud. It's steady. It doesn't rush. It doesn't perform. It simply arrives again and again. So maybe you're someone who's trying, who's been loving others but feeling unseen. Or maybe you've been afraid to try at all. Let me encourage you. Just keep going, guys. That moment of peace that you've been aching for, it may not come all at once, but it's already on its way, riding on the back of the kindness that you're willing to give. Unconditional love isn't just the goal, it's the path. And when you walk it long enough, you find that the journey itself becomes home. Thank you, guys. Thank you for walking this thread with me today. If this episode lifted your heart even a little, please share it. Share it with someone who needs a little light this week. You never know. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, keep loving, keep spreading love. I love you all very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Pass it on. Talk to you later, Gators. Bye-bye.